Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2020, the album Dad. Rock on, gold dust, rah, 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 mama. Okay, let's get into this video, shall we? Today is a 2 for Thursday, and that means I might be making 2 videos today, but you're gonna get 2 things in this video. 2 things to do with Jaclyn Hill. Yes, I know. It's another Jaclyn Hill video, but listen, the adventure continues. So I go where the journey takes me, don't you? So we're gonna talk about Jaclyn Hill today and the fact that she has made a return to Instagram, and I wanna talk about what some people had to say about her return to Instagram. I'm gonna read some of the most interesting comments underneath her last picture. And then the other thing I wanna talk about is the fact that Betty Wilder, who has been doing some scientific alleged investigations, has also posted some findings this afternoon on Twitter, and I reached out to her and she explained it to me in layman's terms because I don't understand it. So I'm gonna read for you what she told me. And then that's the video, and then I wanna know what you guys have to say about this. It's really mixed right now. A lot of people are like really forgiving of Jaclyn, and other people are like, canceled, she's canceled. And you know, I was thinking about this last night. It's interesting when we talk about cancel culture. It seems to me that so many people are held to different standards of what cancels them. You know, some people are canceled over one thing and other people are canceled over something else. And then people like Jaclyn Hill, who, and I'm not telling anybody to cancel her, but it's surprising to me, honestly, that, I mean, this is a huge deal, right? She had all this stuff come out about these lipsticks and this stuff, and then, you know, like, she really hasn't addressed it. She's minimally addressed it. She's minimally addressed the way that she handled it, and yet so many people are so forgiving and are like, oh, it's just not that big of a deal, Jaclyn. It just really isn't that big of a deal. But some people sounded off in her Instagram, so let's start there today. But before I do, hold on a second, let me grab my ginormous, humongous chapstick. I need to get my lips prepared for telling all the truths over here. And since I have a lot to say today, we're gonna also put on a little bit of lip plumper. Not Kylie Jenner, I heard that stuff. Well, anyway, so let's get into this, okay? On Instagram, she came back and she didn't post a new picture. All of a sudden, her Instagram just showed up. And I know a couple days ago, everybody was messaging me and was like, Jaclyn's back, Jaclyn's back. She started a new account. That account was fake. This account is real, though. It has the blue verified check mark next to it. It has all of her millions of followers and all this kind of stuff. People are speculating that she came back because she was afraid that she would lose her Instagram if she didn't post. And I don't know how much of that is true. The thing is, I've seen Instagram accounts where people don't post for a long time, like over a year. I've had friends of mine, I just talked about this on here not too long ago. I had a friend of mine, I think I talked about it maybe on my vlog. He literally didn't post a picture in a year, right? So they didn't take his account down. Instagram's a little bit different than Twitter, so I don't know how that would work with Instagram. I'm not a believer that they would just delete a Jaclyn's account after like 30 or 40 days because she hadn't been active. And the other thing is, we don't know that she might have been signing in, signing out. She may have commented or, you know, liked somebody's picture that somebody totally missed. We don't know. So she may have been active in some way that we did not see. So I struggle to believe that's why she came back. I more tend to believe that it was a very, I think, deliberate effort when she decided to post her video on YouTube that she did, Where Have I Been? That she also, since she addressed the social media on there, that's why she decided to come back to Instagram at the same time. I think for beauty influencers, especially people that are going to be posting tutorials and looks and things like that, their Instagram is really important to them. Twitter, I think we all know, can be a 10 times, well, I don't know, after reading some of these comments, can be a 10 times more toxic place. So I think that's why she hasn't returned to Twitter yet. I do think that that will happen, and I think that she'll come back and all of a sudden it'll be back up, and I think she'll tweet something out just like, hey everybody, or something like that. It was really surprising to me that Jaclyn didn't post a picture on Instagram with her return. Now, if I was Jaclyn and I was going to come back to Instagram, this is the picture right here that I would post. So, I'm just saying, if I was Jaclyn, that would be the picture that I would post. Okay, so anyway, I mean, it's been used enough by now anyway, right? I think by me alone, I put it in like 5 thumbnails. So I went into her Instagram and I read through many of the comments. That it has so many comments right now, and it's on her last picture, which she posted 7 weeks ago. And there are people in here are saying a lot of hearts, a lot of red hearts. Oh, she's back, missed you, hearts. And then somebody says, how do these people not see through your BS? Like, you came back before your account was deleted and people think you came back for them, with no explanation of the actual issues with the product. For someone who is having such a hard time with social media, you're sure to get yourself together conveniently in enough time before the account is deleted. You know, and she talked about social media being difficult, but she also said it was about her going and fixing being a CEO and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I guess she's ready to come back. I guess she's had enough time gone and all that kind of stuff. And people underneath here, they really get into it, okay? Someone said, I think she did a video about the actual issues with her lipstick. It's like, okay, girl, which video did you watch? And somebody says she did a video but said nothing about it and then blamed customer CEO of the decade, LOL. And somebody else said, so please do tell what actually happened. Where are her lab results and her concern for her customers' health? And this is a huge issue, right? That she never came out and said what results came from the $100,000 in the 6 labs that she claimed that she had hired, right? That none of that came out. And now she's saying, I'm just not going to address it. I'm not going to address the rumors. Well, to you, they weren't rumors, Jaclyn. You validated that they weren't rumors. I mean, nobody hires 6 labs and spends $100,000 on rumors. Okay, let's just be for real, they don't. And they even reached out, I believe, to Betty, and they asked her, you know, like, hey, listen, Betty Wilder, who's the one on Twitter that found these findings, Jaclyn Cosmetics reached out to them to see what she had found. So they're obviously concerned enough about some of these issues, right? She's also addressed some of these issues. So now to say, I'm not going to tell you what we found, we're just going to move on, we're not going to address it. People are like, no, okay, well, I can't with this. And I do think that that's why she isn't losing as much as she has, like as far as YouTube subscribers and things like that, is because I think that people are holding on to wait and see what happens with the journey. And this is the journey, and that's why I continue to make videos, because yes, I too am interested, you know? I was thinking about this the other day. It's like, you know, I go and I follow Laura Leese, or I watch Laura Leese sometimes and things like that. But you know, when all of that hype was going on, like a lot of people stayed, but then I think what happened was like a month or two down the road, that's when people got done. I now like to watch Laura like on her husband's channel more than I like watching her like reviews and her tutorials and stuff like that. So it's like, I think that with her, and especially like with Manny too, they lost a lot right at the, you know, at first, but then I think over time people were like, when the drama's not there and you guys are just playing it safe, it's kind of like, what? I'm done with this. Like, as much as we want to say we don't like drama, I think there are a lot of people out there that do kind of like to watch the drama and watch what's going on and watch the interactions with other people. And it's going to be interesting, you know, like I said with cancel culture, that I think like some people are canceled and other people aren't. So I do believe to some degree that Jaclyn Hill is being given a free pass by a lot of people on this. I mean, there's a lot of very serious allegations out there that have never been addressed, okay? So anyway, and then somebody says, exactly, as a human being, you're supposed to be brought up with manners and compassion for others. She said absolutely nothing about her concern towards her supporters. She said this was teaching her how to be a better CEO, like the title entitled her to treat people like, that's a bad word. Oh, I must have watched something different. What? Which video did you watch? A tutorial from 2 years ago? Or took away a different message from the videos? It is also crazy though, the fact that it happened at all. She seemed like she had every aspect covered, or from our perspective. I never ended up buying the product, so I personally don't have ill feelings towards her, LOL. I just love watching makeup videos. I mean, I love watching makeup videos too, but like when you see somebody so, you know, I think manipulatively mislead the people that follow them, right? Like, I'm very confused about it. And you know for a fact everyone has their money back. Oh, somebody said in here, wait, go away. What point do you have making a comment such as this? You don't care. Why are you here? People have a choice to buy her product, and the company refunded everyone their money back admitting fault. What else do you want? And somebody said, and you know for a fact everyone has their money back? You go away and take her with you. And then it just goes in here and it just gets really, really ugly. And a lot of people are claiming that they haven't gotten their money back, and a lot of people are still saying that customer service has never responded to them, okay? So this is not just about the lipsticks. This is not just about the refunds. This is not just about the fact that there were a lot of issues that people were claiming that it was never recalled. This is also about the fact that it was just, the customer service was poor from the very beginning. It just wasn't addressed. It's still the fact of the frequently asked questions. You know, I think when you go to Jaclyn Hill or Jaclyn Cosmetics, I think the first thing that you should see when you come to the landing page is not a coming back soon, but should be a PR statement addressing these issues to the people that come there, okay? Because that's why people are going to that website. A couple people in here said that they couldn't wait till she released her new lipstick. So I was like, okay. Let me remove that hair. Someone said, just wait till you blow up. All these haters talking SHI tut gonna be like, I didn't say that, I love you, and that's all that matters. Okay, I'll wait for that one. Somebody said, stay gone, hashtag canceled. That one has like a lot of responses. She didn't do it on purpose, and everyone who bought the product was refunded. Go somewhere else. Somebody else says literally every launch she's had is nothing but a flop. Why would anyone be jealous of that? And I wouldn't be. And it just gets in here. Welcome back, beautiful. I'm so proud of you. I've been missing you so much. You're a great person, and you're going to do amazing things. Yay. So there's lots of really nice things in here that people say. Yay, so happy you're back. I can't wait to see what incredible products you come out with. You learned a hard lesson, and I know everything from here on out is going to be amazing. I'd like to hear what lessons she's learned, actually. I'd like for her to get on video, and instead of saying, these are what I'm doing moving forward as a CEO, and thank you for those supporters that stuck out there with me, I'd like to hear what lessons she learned. You know, not just, I hired the wrong team, not just, I fired a lot of people, and that's what you do as a CEO, because that's not what you do as a CEO, you know? As a chief executive officer of a company, you take full responsibility for anything that happens with that company, including giving the answers that people are asking. The consumer, not just the fans, okay? The consumer. That's part of what you do as a chief executive officer. So I'm kind of wondering what she really does believe a CEO means. It doesn't just mean you open a, you know, a makeup company and you play house. It just doesn't. I'm so happy you're back. Welcome back. I'm so happy you're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. She had to come back because IG will close her IG and she will lose all her followers. Someone said kind of a waste of time to wish sadness and negativity on someone you don't even know. It's also sad that people's lips got busted open. Some were on antibiotics. Many woke up with lumps in their lips, and the list goes on. Do you only extend empathy to Jaclyn Hill? And the person responded and said, I don't extend empathy, but I also don't waste my time wishing bad things to happen to people. I focus on myself. You know, here's the thing, okay? And those are all alleged things. I don't know if those are true or not. But the thing is this. You know, when we're talking about coming and hating on somebody, I think holding there's not even a fine line. There's a huge line, okay, between hate and holding somebody accountable. Like, there's a huge difference between those two. It's like I said in a lot of my videos, you know, when people are coming out, and I've read some really harsh statements, and I've chosen not to read the really, really harsh statements, okay? But when people say just nasty, nasty things, like, yes, that's considered hate, okay? You know, bullying is where you talk about somebody having control and somebody having power and somebody not having control and power. All of these people accused of being bullies, harassing, maybe, okay? Bullies, hate, those are pretty strong words for people that are upset with the products that they received and still feel like they don't have an answer. Why should I then further invest in your company down the road? That's what people are saying. I don't equate that with hate. I'm sorry, I just don't, okay? I equate that with consumer concerns. And I think consumers have a right to have their concerns, you know? And then it just goes on and on and on. I'm so happy you're back. I check YouTube every day waiting on you. Your I'm back video. And oh my God, I was so beyond happy to see it tonight. Slay, slay, slay. Jaclyn, will you ever sell any items you don't want or use anymore to do in your eBay? That's probably coming soon. Okay. I'm just saying. What in the bikini bottom is she even wearing in that... excuse me, in that long 12-minute video. I don't know why I thought that was funny. Okay, I'm sorry. I liked what she wore in that video. I liked that shirt. I mean, you know, I guess it's what I would probably be wearing one of those, but I moved to Florida and I'm older. Okay, everybody thinking she's back while they're using her... This is where it's not hate, but it's kind of funny. Everybody thinking her she's back while they're using her dirty lipsticks, I'm sure. And then somebody says, are we just supposed to forget that you haven't refunded everyone and still haven't answered some prominent questions? Or are we supposed to just now have forgotten that by now? I guess that's it. Jaclyn, I'm so proud of you. I just can't. I'm like now, when I'm reading these comments, it's just making me laugh. Okay. Okay, welcome back. Honestly, I can't wait for the lipsticks to launch again better than ever. Regardless of what happened, the finish was so beautiful. Gritty, hairy, but beautiful. Okay. Okay, there was a really mean comment, so I had to cut it off. I started reading it, and I was like, oh, no, I can't read that. But anyway, so there's a lot of mixed comments on there about Jaclyn Hill coming back to Instagram and stuff like that. And, you know, the thing is that those fans of hers that love her and her diehard fans are going to stick by her forever. You know, they just need to stick by her and continue. You don't need to always fight for somebody. You don't need to always fight somebody either, you know? I think that in this world, you know, there's one thing about, like, just getting into these petty arguments, like, on Instagram. I just don't understand. There's like a hair hanging off my hat. I don't know where that hair came from. I'm just saying. But anyway, don't take my hat to the lab. Okay, please don't. But anyway, you know, I think that there's a place, you know, to be a fan, and there's sometimes to stand back and whatever, you know, and I think, listen, I think this was kind of a test run for Jaclyn, and I think what she found was she ain't gonna lose a whole lot over this. She just isn't, okay? And I'm gonna tell you my prediction right now, because I watched back my predictions video from January the other day. There is a lot in that predictions video that has truly come true in the truly come true in the last year. One of the things I said in that video was that I believed that somebody was going to go to treatment and come back, and that was going to be the focus of their channel. Interesting, isn't it? So anyway, you know, this whole thing to me, I think what will happen is, I think that Jaclyn will come back. I think she will start posting videos. I think her fans that are invested in her, she's not losing that many subscribers. She's just not, okay? I think that other people have lost 100,000 times more subscribers, you know, over things that are being said on social media, let alone a really failed product. I think she'll come back. I think she'll do fine on YouTube. I think she'll do fine on Instagram. I don't know what the next sale will be like. And I think the thing that Jaclyn has to keep in mind is that people are going to be watching very, very closely all that has been said about the lipsticks and whatever. And if she doesn't address them at any time, and I don't think right on the heels of releasing another product is probably the time to do it. I would do it now if I were her, and I would come out and maybe she doesn't know the answers. Like, that's the other thing, you know, is I wonder is, does she still not have the answers, or did the labs come back with answers that she didn't want to release? Or are there inconclusive, you know, answers to this that she doesn't really want to get on video and say the labs came back and they don't really know what's wrong with them? 1, 2, she doesn't want to say what the labs came back with. Or 3, she doesn't know, or she doesn't understand. So anyway, let me go over to Betty Wilder. And Betty Wilder, she released this picture this afternoon, 3:30 p.m., right here. And these, listen, I'm saying alleged, because I don't know and I'm not Betty. So, hi, Betty, how are you? She said confirmed brunette human hair fragment as a result of trichotillomania. Now, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Please don't come for me. I don't know what trichotillomania is. Non-adulterated. Okay. And then the next picture is right here, and it says AFIS, non-registered human fingerprint, okay? So people are going crazy in the comment sections of this. People are like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Well, I am like reading this, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what this means. I don't know. Is it Jaclyn's hair? I have white hair. It wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me. Oh my God. I wasn't in the lab. My dogs ate it when we were up in the lab. Pee-Pee the flying chihuahua, he has black hair. It wasn't Pee-Pee. It was not Pee-Pee the flying chihuahua. Do not come for my sweet chihuahua. Okay. I do not know whose brunette hair this was, okay? So anyway, I reached out to Betty and I said, listen, I do not understand this. Could you please explain this to me in layman's terms? And she was sweet enough to do that. And then I said, can I read this? And she said, absolutely. Or she said, yeah. So anyway, I said, what did I say? I said, hey, Betty, I saw your findings. I'm kind of confused about what they mean. Could you explain them in layman's terms to me? Sorry to bother you. And she said, so that's a lipstick in the shade Isla from an unopened deluxe set of 20. I gave the lipstick to a friend who was able to have an investigator in the county sheriff's office look at it on the DL. It was confirmed that it was basically a quote-unquote split end from a person with natural, non-dyed or bleached dark brown hair. The print was a bonus. It was probably made through some kind of glove, but had 3 distinct patterns that were run through AFIS, but no match was found. Either the print was no good or the person it belongs to is not in the system. This is like seriously getting to be like almost one of those crime shows. My Lord, Betty, they need to hire you for NCIS or something. Or the fingerprint was a bare finger and is too warped by the lipstick. And then I said, can I read what you told me in the video? And she said, yeah. So there are Betty's findings. Now, I don't know if those are alleged findings. Don't come for me. I'm just reading the receipts, okay? I do not know if the receipts are real. I do not know the findings. I do not know the sheriff. I do not know the county sheriff's office. I don't go to the Chinese buffet with him or her. We don't go to the Marshalls and buy Jaclyn Hill's, Kat Von D's old palettes. I'm just saying, okay? Soon to find them there, I'm sure. But, you know, what do you guys think about all those findings? It's pretty interesting, don't you think? Betty's kind of been on the top of all of this since this has all been going on, and there's a lot of other YouTubers out there that are coming up with a lot of really interesting, you know, videos and findings and things. Listen, it just ain't that deep over here. It just isn't, okay? I'm sorry, it just isn't. Listen, I can read a good mystery book, and I can listen to a good audio listening book, and I can watch all those Netflix series, but listen, I don't get no hairy lipstick mysteries, okay? I just don't. I don't understand it, and I have to have somebody explain it to me, and still I'm I'm kind of like, what? What? Oh, okay. So anyway, so let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.